Well, good morning. We're live from DEMA. DEMA Show 2025 in Orlando, Florida. This is the last day of the show. We've been broadcasting live all week. We had some great guests, but today we have some very special guests. We have Teri and Jeff Leicher from Kona, Hawaii, Jack's Diving Locker. Welcome to our show today.
Thank you, William.
Aloha.
Oh, aloha. I love the aloha spirit. That's great. So the real reason we're chatting with you, aside from the fact that you guys are celebrities in your own right, I've known about you for years and love your operation, is that you happen to be 2026 International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame inductees. Congratulations. You're in a very prestigious class with the founder of MARA's, Thomas Cox, which does underwater, he's a mute course director. You got a guy from Malaysia. You got Amos, everybody knows Amos, of course, from Eduditis, and yourselves. So congratulations on that honor. You're going to be awarded this honor in this fall in Grand Cayman at the induction ceremony. But tell us a little about who you are. Tell us about your operation in Kona, kind of some of the stuff that you guys are involved in.
Well, we have been with Jack's Diving Locker since 1982, which is almost from the beginning. It was started by Jack and Tina Clothier, and they passed it off to us, and we've been there for 43 years. The shop's been there 44 years, and it's been a really good run. Really grateful for the industry to allow us to get this far.
And you're famous for a night dive. Tell us about this very famous, world famous night dive you do.
Well, the plant, we have two. So one of them is the Manta Ray Night Dive, which we started in 1983. And, it's started with just us, and then one other shop came, and, now there's like probably 40 different groups of businesses that go, but it's an amazing dive where the mantas come and they feed on plankton at night, and it's just an underwater ballet of these magnificent creatures, and you could have anywhere from, we've had over 37 mantas on one dive.
Wow, how cool is that? But I know you do a lot of local community work. I believe you were nominated for a community outreach award through DEMA. And talk to us about some of those efforts. I was really moved and touched by what I'd read about what you did during COVID with the local kids and local community. But tell us about some of those efforts. You don't like to talk much about yourselves, but you guys are really, truly champions in the diving industry in this regard.
Well, we started Hawaii's day-use mooring program in the 80s when we realized that Kona was going to grow, more boats were going to come. And we were real concerned about what anchors were going to do to the reefs. The reefs in Kona are and were healthy. And so we started the program to install permanent moorings, and it's grown. It's been a public-private partnership. It's really always been funded by private donations. So we've been doing fundraising, but we also got the permits, which was no easy feat, and started installing these moorings first in Kona, but the program has spread to all the islands, and we now have 220 plus moorings statewide, and we believe that it prevents 90,000 anchor drops per year on Hawaii's reefs.
It was a program we worked on with my dad, who's a Navy scientist, Navy oceanographer, University of Hawaii, and the state of Hawaii, and we started Malamakai Foundation in order to help do the donations. And then and we worked with John Hallis and modified his method that he used in the Florida Keys to, we had to modify it because we had such a hard substrata. But Malamakai Foundation, through Malamakai Foundation, Jeff wrote a grant in 2020 because we had hundreds of kids that could not go to school, but their parents were just finally, after COVID, or as COVID, progressed, if that's the right word you want to use.
Yeah.
Anyway, that they were starting to go back to work, but they didn't have anywhere for the kids to go. And we didn't want to have a bunch of latchkey kids, so we have a Marine Life Ambassador program. During COVID, we kept all of our folks employed. One of them worked to write all of our Marine Life Ambassador programs into PADI specialties, and then we lobbied the county for the CARES Act grant and got about $640,000 in order to run
Wow.
programs. So we had 5 tracks, and we had children from kindergarten all the way through high school doing our Marine Life Ambassador program, doing our PADI open water. We have all these different tracks to learn about marine life, and then we also worked with another nonprofit to do Hawaiian sailing and Hawaiian protocols.
Wow. I mean, that's cool. And you're so well deserved of this honor. And I'm so glad that you're finally receiving it. And I can't wait to dive with you maybe in September if the timing works out. So we have some cool things that we do around that week, that induction week. We ask you to come in a few days early. And we do school visits. And so we do presentations for the children, mostly high schools, that are on the tourism track or are interested in the diving track, and talk a little about how you got into the business or what you do to operate it. And it's really been a great program. We've did at 3 different schools this last year. We'll probably expand it to more this next year. But I can't wait to see you down in Grand Cayman. And thank you for being on our show. Do you have any last comments?
Well, it's a huge honor, and we're really grateful to the government of Grand Cayman for sponsoring the Hall of Fame, and everybody that helped nominate us, and we're grateful and really excited about going to Cayman.
That's great. Well, on behalf of the International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame and Scuba Diving Industry Magazine, welcome to the event this fall, and thank you for being here. So we'll talk to you all later.
Thank you very much.
Mahalo.
Aloha.